Wand allegiance. In the wizarding world, wands are not simple tools that anyone can pick up and use. They are living magical objects with their own form of awareness and preference. The relationship between a wizard and their wand runs deeper than ownership. It's a connection built on compatibility, respect, and sometimes conquest. Understanding how wands choose their masters and how that allegiance can shift reveals one of the most intricate systems of magic in existence. The first and most important rule is that the wand chooses the wizard, not the other way around. When a young witch or wizard visits a wand maker, they don't simply select a wand they find attractive. Instead, they try different wands until one responds positively to them. Each wand is made from specific materials, a type of wood for the shaft, a magical substance for the core, and a particular degree of flexibility. These components give the wand its personality and preferences. The wood might be oak, willow, or elder. The core could contain a phoenix feather, a dragon heartstring, or a unicorn hair. Each combination creates different magical properties. When a wand finds a wizard whose personality, magical strength, and even future path align with its own nature, it forms a bond. This bond is the foundation of all successful magic. A wizard using their chosen wand will cast spells more powerfully, more accurately, and more naturally than with any other wand. The wand and wizard essentially learn to communicate without words. The wizard's intentions flow through the wand smoothly, and the wand amplifies that magic in return. This partnership produces the best magical results possible. Without this initial connection, even a skilled wizard will struggle to perform magic effectively. Wand makers spend their entire lives studying these connections, observing which combinations of wood, core, and flexibility suit different types of wizards. They understand that a timid wizard might need a gentle wand, while an ambitious one requires something more forceful and demanding. Allegiance can be won through defeat. When two wizards engage in magical combat, more than pride is at stake. The outcome of their duel can actually transfer wand allegiance from the loser to the winner. This happens when one wizard genuinely defeats another in a confrontation. The defeated wizard's wand recognizes that its owner has been overpowered, and it may choose to shift its loyalty to the victor. This transfer doesn't require dark magic or killing curses. Simple acts of magical dominance are enough. Disarming someone with the Expelliarmus spell, for example, can win their wand's allegiance. If a wizard blasts another's wand out of their hand during a real fight, the wand acknowledges this defeat. Stunning spells, physical overpowering, or any act that leaves one wizard helpless before another can trigger this change. The key factor is that the conflict must be genuine. A friendly practice duel or an accidental disarming typically won't cause the wand to switch sides. The wand somehow senses the difference between serious combat and casual interaction. The most extreme example of this principle involves the Elder Wand, one of 3 legendary Deathly Hallows. This particular wand takes allegiance through defeat to an extreme level. It cares only about power and strength. Whoever defeats the Elder Wand's current master becomes its new master, regardless of whether they physically take possession of the wand or even know they've won it. The Elder Wand's history is soaked in violence because ambitious wizards have spent centuries tracking down its master, defeating them, and claiming the wand for themselves. This ruthless pattern has made it the most dangerous wand in existence, leaving a trail of betrayal and murder throughout magical history. Many wizards who won the Elder Wand never lived long enough to enjoy its power, as news of their victory spread quickly through the magical community, attracting the next challenger who sought to take it for themselves. Reintentar Cloud puede cometer errores. Por favor, verifique las respuestas. Not all wands are equally loyal. Not every wand responds to defeat in the same way. The materials used to create a wand significantly influence how loyal it will remain to its original master. Some wands form such deep attachments to their first owner that they never fully accept anyone else. Other ones are more flexible and willing to serve a new master who proves themselves worthy. Understanding these differences helps explain why some wizards cling desperately to their original wands while others can adapt to new ones more easily. Wand woods carry distinct personalities that affect loyalty. Ash wands, for instance, bond so intensely with their first match that they often lose their potency if given or taken by another wizard. An ash wand may technically function for a new owner, but it will never perform as brilliantly as it did for its chosen partner. Other woods show different tendencies. Some are more adaptable, while others become almost useless when separated from their original wizard. The core material matters just as much as the wood. Unicorn hair cores create wands known for exceptional faithfulness. A wand with a unicorn hair core forms a loyal bond that's difficult to break or redirect. These wands also resist being used for dark magic, making them poor choices for wizards with cruel intentions. Dragon heartstring cores, on the other hand, produce powerful wands that can be won more easily by a new master. They're capable of the most spectacular magic, but don't necessarily maintain the same devoted attachment to one person. Phoenix feather cores fall somewhere between these extremes, offering both power and loyalty, but with their own quirks and preferences. A wizard can use a wand that isn't theirs, but with limitations. A wizard doesn't become powerless just because they're holding an unfamiliar wand. Magic flows through the wizard themselves, not from the wand. The wand acts as a channel and amplifier for that internal magical energy. This means any wizard can pick up almost any wand and make it produce magical effects. However, the quality and control of that magic depend entirely on whether the wand has accepted the wizard as its master. When a wizard uses a wand that hasn't given them its allegiance, the experience feels wrong. Spells that should be simple become difficult. Magic that should flow smoothly stutters and misfires. The power behind each spell weakens noticeably. It's like trying to write with your opposite hand, or speak in a language where you only know half the words. You can accomplish the task, but it requires much more effort and produces inferior results. Harry Potter experienced this frustration firsthand after his Holly and Phoenix feather wand was destroyed. He had to rely on a blackthorn wand taken from a snatcher. While he could cast spells with this borrowed wand, every bit of magic felt clumsy and strained. The wand hadn't chosen him, and it hadn't been properly won through defeat. It was simply a tool he was forcing to work. His spells lacked their usual precision and strength. This limitation became dangerous during critical moments when he needed his magic to be reliable and powerful. The difference between using a wand that has pledged its loyalty versus one that merely tolerates you can mean the difference between success and failure in serious magical situations. Even the most talented wizards find themselves handicapped when working with an unwilling wand, struggling to perform magic they could otherwise execute perfectly. The bond between a wizard and a wand can evolve. The connection between a wizard and their wand is not frozen in time. It grows and changes as both the wizard and the wand gain experience together. When a young wizard first receives their wand, the bond is new and untested. The wand has recognized potential in the wizard, but they haven't yet built a shared history. As years pass and the wizard practices magic, casts thousands of spells and faces various challenges, something remarkable happens. The wand begins to understand its owner on a deeper level. This evolution works both directions. The wand learns the wizard's magical style, their preferred spells, and even their emotional patterns. It becomes attuned to their specific way of channeling magic. At the same time, the wizard learns the wand's characteristics. They discover exactly how much force to put behind each flick and swish. They understand when to be gentle and when to be firm. This mutual learning creates an intuitive partnership where the wizard barely needs to think about technique. The wand responds almost before the conscious command is given. As a wizard grows more powerful and knowledgeable, their wand grows with them. The bond deepens until spellcasting becomes almost automatic. An experienced wizard with their long-time wand can perform complex magic with minimal effort because the wand anticipates their needs. It has memorized how its master works and adapts accordingly. This symbiotic relationship explains why older, more experienced wizards often seem to cast spells effortlessly. Their wands have become extensions of themselves through years of practice and shared experiences. The magic flows between them like a conversation between old friends who can finish each other's sentences. This deepening bond also means that losing a lifelong wand feels like losing part of yourself, which makes the connection even more precious and irreplaceable to experienced witches and wizards. The Elder Wand follows its own rules. The Elder Wand stands apart from every other wand in existence. While it follows the basic principle that allegiance transfers through defeat, it takes this rule to a brutal extreme. Most wands show some loyalty to their owners and require genuine effort to win over. The Elder Wand has no such sentimentality. It serves only one master, whoever is currently the strongest. Power is the only thing this wand respects or responds to. The moment someone defeats the Elder Wand's master, the wand's allegiance shifts completely to the victor. This transfer happens whether the new master realizes it or not. They don't need to physically take the wand. They don't even need to know the Elder Wand exists. The simple act of overpowering its previous master is enough. The wand recognizes the change in power and immediately pledges itself to the stronger wizard. This automatic and absolute transfer makes the Elder Wand fundamentally different from normal wands that might resist changing hands or maintain some lingering attachment to their original owner. This ruthless nature has made the Elder Wand's history a nightmare of violence. For centuries, ambitious wizards have hunted down whoever possessed it. They would track the current master, challenge them, defeat them, and claim the wand. Then someone else would come hunting for them. The cycle never ended. Each new master knew that owning the Elder Wand meant constantly looking over their shoulder, waiting for the next challenger. Many masters were murdered in their sleep or ambushed without warning. The wand attracted conflict like a magnet attracts iron. Its reputation for unbeatable power made it irresistible to those who craved strength, turning it into the most dangerous object in the magical world. The trail of bodies left behind by this single wand proves that ultimate power often becomes a curse rather than a gift for those who possess it. The journey from being chosen by a wand to potentially losing it through defeat demonstrates how fragile and powerful these bonds truly are. Every wizard's relationship with their wand tells a unique story of growth, loyalty, and sometimes betrayal. Wand allegiance remains one of the most fascinating and least understood aspects of magic.